Hey Michelle, did you know that Walt Disney threw the biggest house party
Oh, yeah?
in the 50s? Yeah.
What happened?
I think it was some hotel in California, obviously, and he was inviting all of the animators, both men and women, and it got so crazy for like 3 days straight that Walt Disney, and I guess his relatives to this day, denies it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't talk about it.
Why, were you there? I think that's even confusing even for non-time travelers. Welcome back to our channel in another episode of a mashup challenge. And in this series, we are going to be mashing up 2 Disney or Pixar characters. So if you're new here, I'm Miguel.
And I'm Michelle.
And we're both brother and sister artists. And the materials that we use is a Samsung
Apple iPad.
What we do here is we draw 2 random characters from this bowl. We do not know what they are, who they are, and it's up to us to figure out how we're going to mash them up together. And by the end of it, we compare each other's mashup. So, shall we get started?
Mm-hmm. It's your turn this time.
Okay.
Wonder what it could be.
Ooh, yes. I got Mushu. I'm so excited.
Aww. Mushu is such a funny character.
Yeah, I miss Mushu.
From Mulan.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Okay, well, I'm a little scared now. Really feel for this. Okay, I think this is the
Let the
one.
universe speak to you.
Jessie! From Toy Story.
Ooh, I love Jessie.
Wow.
2 of my favorite characters.
This is gonna be a pretty badass pairing. Mushu and Jessie.
Yeah, that sounds pretty exciting. Alright.
Let's do it.
I am excited for this one. Let's go.
So Jessie came in the second Toy Story film, not the first one. And
Okay.
this is when, like, she's trying to convince Woody, like, there's a better life in Tokyo, basically stuck in a glass case. So, but her story is that she was, like, abandoned by her original owner, so she has, like, abandonment issues.
Yeah, well, the thing that stood out to me was how both Mushu and Jessie were out of place. Like, they had no place in the world, sort of like they were lost.
Mm-hmm.
And Jessie had one idea, and by the end of the film, they had a completely different purpose. Like, Mushu wanted to be the greatest spirit guardian, and Jessie wanted a new life in Japan, but they all completely changed their minds by the end, that like they had a new perspective. So that's what I found fascinating by these 2 characters.
Do you remember, I actually, as a kid, had a Jessie toy and a horse bullseye? Yeah, I actually had the toys for those. And it's amazing how, like, out of that film, they were able to market it, like, actually produce the toys because of that film.
It's a toy of a toy. Oh yeah, another interesting thing. So both Toy Story, so Monsters Inc., when they got the idea for Monsters Inc., it was from Toy Story because they wanted to tap into the idea of like what happens at night when you're a child, right? Mm-hmm. Like, do toys come to life? So with Monsters Inc., it's like, are there monsters in your closet? So that's how they got the idea.
When Pixar was starting its, like, first initial animations, most of these was kind of like a test run of, like, how they're able to move these objects, and the easiest thing to make is a toy because they're basic shapes. And so that's why it came out of this idea of these things have emotions. So now there's this joke that Disney will make anything have feelings. So
Cars.
Cars have feelings.
Planes
have feelings. Rats have feelings. But that's the beauty of animation, is that you bring life to something that is inanimate. So.
An alternative choice for Mushu was going to be Joe Pesci.
For voice acting.
For voice acting, which is funny because he's got a sailor's mouth. So it's like really trying hard not to curse in a children's movie, I can imagine.
I'm so curious because looking back on Mushu's, like, character, and, like, he really almost at that limit of, like, borderline racism and some of, or, like, the caricature of, like, how Asians were viewed, particularly, like, Chinese. There was a lot of caricatured suggestions in the film.
It was designed by a Chinese American.
Yeah, that's
also
cool.
That's okay, I think.
Yeah, I think that's why for me when I watch the film, I don't really have any issues, and because I think there's there's something inherently true about some of these characteristics of the culture, but as an Asian person, it's also similar. Like as a Filipino, there's similarities in how we live and all that. So
yeah, it's Disney, so there's going to be some goofy looking characters, but it's also beautiful at the same time. Like when I look at Mulan, she's just as beautiful as the other princesses, right? Like she's not too caricatured. I don't know how to best describe it, but I think it's all right.
I think it's hilarious that if you think about it, she killed thousands of people.
Oh yeah,
she killed the whole entire.
Another fun fact: she has the largest body kill count than any other Disney princess, like over 3,000 in one swoop.
She's not a princess. She's literally like a warrior. Okay, alrighty. Whew, that was fun.
Here we go. Yeah, I know. I scared you.
No.
I was tired of drawing humans.
You made a sexy Mushu.
I was trying to try something new. I was tired of drawing humans.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you explain yourself.
Well, okay, so the only thing I could say is that I'm trying to westernize a dragon, so I gave it wings. You know what, I think yours is a really neat idea. I think this time yours looks more like an action hero video game character.
I like this idea of like if Jessie was wearing like a sort of Chinese inspired outfit but like still in a cowboy. Like you know how like you could have like a cultural dress but like the specific like design elements on it is like of a different culture. I wouldn't say like what I put on her was necessarily like Chinese, but just following the pattern of like Mushu's original design.
Basically taking the fire element.
Yeah, so it's a lot more fire than Chinese.
Smart. And you got Mushu's horns, so
yeah. Oh my gosh.
I should have thought of that. Well, at least ours is different.
I think you really pushed the element of mashup, literally switching bodies and body parts.
Yeah, I decided to gender bend. Okay, so let us know how cursed our images are. Let us know in the comments. And we hope you enjoyed this one. I would hope so. Yeah, so there's nothing else to add. We hope you enjoy this video, and we will see you on the next and final episode of this series Mashup Challenge Disney Edition.
And please don't forget to boop that subscribe button and also boop that bell notification so you can see any more new videos from us.
Yeah, we'll boop you next time.
Bye!